Good afternoon. This is your Athens, Georgia County weather girl, and I'm here today to talk with you about the weather. So we have currently some very strong storms moving into our area from Snellville, Lawrenceville area. These are strong storms they have right now. We have not been warned with a special weather statement, but I expect that that's going to be issued soon. And what we're looking at here is a line of, it's kind of almost a Boeing segment line of storms that are approaching the Athens, Watkinsville, greater Athens area. And it looks like these storms are going to be approaching town in the next hour or so. So I came home from Pride. So I had a good time downtown, and I had to come home and get ready for DJing tonight at Sine. Um, and I happened to notice that these storms are starting to get a little spicy. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of take a look and see. I don't know how fast these things are going. Let's take a look and see. Da, 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 da. Let's find out how fast these storms are going. These are 40-mile-an-hour storms. So we'll find out roughly when we can expect those things to get here. I'm guessing within the next hour or so. Okay, so let me drag you over a little bit. Yeah, this thing does not like being minimized, does it? Okay, so it looks like we would see this in the next 45 minutes or so here in West Athens and Statham area, next 35 minutes. So what I am going to do is I'm going to stay on live stream here for a little bit to um, just monitor these systems and see what becomes of them. If you'll give me 2 seconds, I'm going to do a couple of other things, so bear with me a moment. We'll wait for another radar refresh here in a second. All right, so close out, minimize that volume so we don't hear my voice twice. Make sure too that my stuff is actually plugged in. I think it's working. It looks like I've got signal coming through. We have a tornado warning, but I don't think that's for us. We'll take a look. That's for Indiana. Okay, so we've got another. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that was just issued for a huge chunk. Winder, Bethlehem, down to Monroe. And I'm just making a post on Reddit here. Okay, so I just made a post on the subreddits, and if anyone's watching this live stream would happens to have any contacts there at Athens Queer Pride Festival, if you could reach out to them and just let them know. I'm sure they'll probably get alerts regardless. We want to make sure they've got a heads up because I think there's going to be a lot of people out there. There's a lot of booths set up on Washington Street with a stage, so I understand there's probably going to be some dance parties and so on going on. So with all that loud music, they may or may not know to check their phones and so on. So if you happen to be watching this live stream and have some friends who can get the word out downtown, I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Also, I'm going to make a post on my Facebook here. So I have a lot of folks who follow that way too. Okay, so just trying to get the word out here to alert folks that we have some potential rough weather moving into Athens, Georgia. So come back over here to radar Omega. So what we are seeing right now is a line of almost a several different cells right now that are spread out across from in North Atlanta and Dunwoody and Chamblee area, all the way through Snellville and over into West Monroe. Those systems are moving eastward at about 40 miles an hour. So latest look here, it looks like the edge of storms that would be heading towards Athens would be in downtown in about 40 or so minutes. Can I slide this little thing over? I sure can. That's pretty amazing. So here we are. So it looks like Bethlehem 22 minutes, Statham 30 minutes, Bogart 37 minutes, and Watkinsville 47 minutes. So Athens, downtown Athens will probably be here about 50 minutes from now. So closer to around 6:50 or to 7 o'clock or so. Hopefully these storms will kind of weaken down a bit as they continue to go eastward. But there is a lot of available energy in the atmosphere right now, so it's very hot and muggy. So there's a lot of storm fuel in the atmosphere right now for these things to feed off of. So we'll take a look at a couple other views on radar Omega right now. So there is a tornado warning, but it is actually not for us. It's for it looks like it's up for Indiana. So there are a couple. There is actually now. Well, this looks like one other special weather statement just expired, but there's one other special weather statement here that was issued some time ago with hail, about 3/4 inch hail and winds at 60 miles an hour. I expect that's going to probably dissipate eventually. They did issue a more recent severe thunderstorm warning, which covers a huge chunk of territory all the way from West Atlanta, all the way into Statham and down into Covington. So that's the broad area of where we'd have potential severe thunderstorms. So I expect as the system continues to move east, if it does not die down, we would see another severe thunderstorm warning issued for the Athens area. Probably in the next 20 or so minutes or so, and depending on how these storms look. So let me take a look at a couple other views right now and just kind of see what's happening. Some kind of idea of a potential for hail and so on. And this system right now that's over Walnut Grove, heading toward Monroe, this system does look like it has a lot of vertical lift to it. So that means that we could see hail, for example, would be out of the question for this cell right here. Maybe not so much for these other cells, but definitely here, these tops are pretty high. So 48,000 feet tall. So there's pretty strong storms right now. So we'll take a look at the velocities. I don't think this is tornadic, but we'll see. Wish I could make that little move right away. Right now, so I'm not really seeing a whole lot in the way of rotation. There's a little bit of broad rotation here, but there's nothing alarming that looks like. I'm not sure. I had to close radar maybe. I'm not really sure what I've done here to get this red cone. I want this cone to go away, so bear with me 1 second. I'll restart radar Omega, and we'll. Come right back to it. Okay. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything here that really looks like actual tornado here. We have some broad rotation, but a little bit of lightning, but I don't really see anything that's like concerning. We'll take a look at the CC drop here to see if there's anything in the air, but I don't think there's going to be. If there is anything in the air, it might be actually hail at this point rather than like storm debris. So I'm not seeing anything in the CC drop that would indicate there's a tornado, and that kind of checks out because that does not look like we have anything like a tornado right there. Okay, so we had maybe another severe thunderstorm warning issue just now. Okay, so this is going to be for Walton County, Barrow. So they're pretty much far west of Athens. So potential for 60-mile-an-hour winds and 3/4 inch hail. So right now we are looking at the cell that's just west of Monroe. It should be on top of Monroe in the next 5 to 10 minutes. It's a pretty healthy looking cell for sure. So it looks like there's like a couple of separate cells here. They've gone through a little bit of a merger, so that's why this looks a little more spicy than it did a few minutes ago. I gotta get ready for my DD set here soon. So, I just came home from Pride. I got to spend some time downtown. So I'm grateful to have that. Okay, so we have a new special weather statement that was just issued for West Athens and areas west of that. So this will expire in 27 minutes. We'll see what this says. So there is a line of thunderstorms. 40-50-mile-an-hour wind, pea-sized hail, frequent cloud lightning. Okay, so we don't see anything here. The National Weather Service does not expect us to be contained out of this. All right, so obviously, if you're outside in this particular area, this has not been extended out to downtown Athens, but it's only a matter of time. These are some very, very strong storms. So again, I'm going to put my call out here. If you happen to know anybody from Athens Queer Pride Collective that you can get in contact with staff to let them know. There are stages downtown. There's a performance stage with very loud music, and you may not know to check devices and so on. And I'm more worried this might come upon people unawares. There's a lot of high voltage associated with sound support, and I want to make sure and keep everybody safe. So please, if you have to be watching this live stream, please do your best to contact some folks downtown and let them know. Okay, all right, so we're going to call. Let me see if I have for these folks here on my phone. Don't think I do. If y'all are downtown, could you go to the Athens Queer Pride Collective tent and inform them that there's a very strong line of thunderstorms approaching Athens? Will be here in about 25 to 30 minutes. We want to make sure and get everyone off that stage and away from all the high voltage. Sorry, I'm sending messages right now, just trying to alert everyone downtown because I know it's going to be very loud and noisy and with all the fun music. Hey girl, there's a line of very strong storms approaching downtown. I'm looking at this on radar right now, and we have about 20 to 25 minutes to get everyone safely off downtown stage. There's a lot of high voltage there, and these storms are producing frequent rounds along. Okay, so we have another radar update right now, and this one cell here that's just a little bit, well, almost right on top of Monroe right now. That one is going to have some quite high echo types. Oh, goodness gracious! That is a very strong storm right there. So we have these this particular storm is 60,000 feet tall, roughly. Good grief! I'm sorry. Probably around 50,000 feet or so strong. So these are very, very tall storms. When you get these very tall storms, that's why you get hail and strong winds and so on. Okay, so I'm trying to alert the folks downtown. They have probably about 15 to 20 minutes. So We'll take a look at the velocity again. And this is not going to be tornado. This is oh no. So this one is looking pretty spicy right here. So we do have a little bit of broad rotation on this system that's right over Monroe right now. So this is not tornado warned. India is not put a tornado warning on this at all, but we do have some rotation evident here right over Highway 78 in Monroe. And the system is heading northeast towards the Athens and Stadium area. So I don't think this is going to be tornado warned. It's not like super duper tight, but it's still a little concerning. I don't really see much in the way of anything, debris signature in the air. But something to kind of keep an eye on. And if you're just joining the stream, happy watching here, just catching. So we are looking at a line of very, very strong thunderstorms that are approaching Athens. And these storms have grown in intensity. My hope is that they'll calm down a bit, but they've actually been increasing in intensity in the last little bit. There is some broad rotation associated with these systems. There's not a tornado warning on right now, and I don't know if there's going to be a tornado warning on this, but I certainly don't like some new thunderstorm warnings issued for the greater Athens area in Winterville. So this cell right here, that's this bright red and the green around that's your area of broad rotation. So it's possible something could spin out of that. I don't think it'd be very, very strong or long-lived, but definitely we have some evidence of some broad rotation here. I suspect that there's probably a decent amount of hail fall right now, which would coincide with storms that have a very, very high, or ecotops are going to be around 50,000 feet, which is pretty strong. Okay, so here's a weather update right now, and it looks like the vertically liquid has come down a bit, so maybe that hail threat has dissipated a little bit on that cell. The cell is over to Warrenville and Dacula. That's heading, that's probably going more towards North Jefferson, Arcade, Nelson. I'm not worried about that storm that much, but that one's starting to grow in intensity right there itself. Okay, so on this cell that was over Monroe, it looks like it calmed down just a tiny bit over the last radar update. We still have an area of broad circulation here that's right around the Monroe area. And this is the latest scan update right now. So this is a pretty healthy storm, and there is definitely some lightning associated with this one. We'll take base velocities on here, and we have winds in the area of. So it looks like we have some winds upwards of 70 miles per hour, which coincides with the special weather statement that was issued for this area earlier. So this system does appear to be moving towards Athens. It might actually may actually a little bit above Athens, fantastic, away from downtown, hopefully. Interested to see what happens if we have a merger between here. If we have a merger between the cell over here in Lawrenceville and the cell over here at Monroe, if these merge somewhere around Arcade or Nichols or whatever, that could also result in a little bit of strengthening in that cell. So this is the base velocity right now, and this is a system that's producing some very, very strong winds. Right now, these are going to be more straight line winds. This system is right now between Monroe and Bethlehem, heading northeast or so. It looks like it might actually go north of Athens, north of downtown, which would be ideal. I think it looks like downtown is going to get some of it, a little bit of rain, regardless. So I want to make sure the stage performers and the sound tech, all those folks down there are in place. I'm trying to alert everybody I can. Okay, fantastic. I've got some friends right now who are downtown. I just came back, literally just came back home to get my DJ equipment and happened to notice that there was a special weather statement issued, so I'm like, well, better come down here and take a look. Okay, so a new special weather statement issued for further south of us down in Clinton and Madison, Georgia. I think it looks like the storm that was over Monroe has calmed down again. Again, just great news. It was looking pretty spicy there for a bit. The new concern here is this system over here by Sewanee and Dacula. That's starting to gain in a little bit of intensity. Take a look at our maps and see what they look like right now. So again, a very healthy system right over Monroe right now, and you've got the other system up by Sewanee that's starting to build in intensity. I think this is going to catch downtown. I don't know if we're going to miss this, unfortunately. So likely we have some hail falling over in this Duluth cell right now. There could be a little bit of small hail falling over here just northwest of Monroe out by between Georgia. take a look at my message real quick and see if we got anything. Again, if you happen to be on the live stream and you have some folks downtown, make sure they know that there is a strong line of storms approaching Athens right now, and our focus needs to be on getting our performers that are downtown on the Washington Street Pride stage. We need to get those folks to a safe place, as well as the sound techs who are, and I'm emphasizing those because there's a lot of very high voltage equipment up there, and it's very dangerous with the amount of lightning I'm seeing with this system. We don't want to get anybody hurt. For sure. Obviously, all the folks who are there with tents need to also take some precautions. There'll be some winds. I don't think we're going to be looking at super duper strong winds. Not like, again, we're not looking at tornado strength winds, but there could be some strong gusts of winds here and there. And certainly, we're definitely going to have some lightning out of this for sure. So, it's not. I mean, it's not the way we want to. Hopefully, the parade has had time to run its course, and that was done. I left just about the time it started. Again, I had to come home and get ready to DJ tonight, so I got to spend a lot of time downtown today, regardless, and it was really fun. Okay, so let's wait for another scan to see where we're at right now with the system. And right now, it looks like this system should be over Bogart in about 15 minutes. Athens, downtown Athens, about 30 minutes from now. So around 6:50 or so, which is what we were looking at before, is what we're looking at for the system to approach downtown. There's potential for 3/4 inch size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. I don't know that we're going to see necessarily that, but there's potential for that happening with this particular system. There's actually, we're actually, well, under West Athens, where I'm at over here, there's actually there's a special weather statement, which should be expiring sometime shortly. If it hasn't yet already, I can find a way to check that overlay out. So, yeah, the special weather statement that was issued before should expire in about 10 minutes. And that was superseded by the severe thunderstorm warning, which is a kind of a level under special weather statement. Both of them point to severe weather. So we have a new warning. Let's see what that's all about. Doesn't look like a tornado warning. We'll see what that warning is. I'm guessing that's a special weather statement. That's not for area. I'm not worried about it. It looks like once the system passes over us, I don't know that the rain is going to just immediately stop based on what we're seeing behind this. It looks like it's going to rain somewhat for a while. If you notice back here where these systems come from, there's been some outages, power outages and so on. So these are very strong storms, capable of producing some down power lines and such. So there is a ton of folks that are without power right now further west of us. So it's not without reason that we might have some of that happen over our area. Also, hydration is essential on a hot summer's day. It was really lovely seeing everybody dressed up and having such a nice time with each other in downtown. It made me happy to see that and get to be a part of it. All right, let's see here. So we're just waiting on another radar update. I'll take a look at the velocity just to make sure. There was some broad rotation before. I'm not really super worried about. So again, we have some little bit of broad rotation right now. This is now a little bit southeast of Statham. This does not look like at all, but this is just saying that there's some very broad rotation around. So that's fine. I don't think we're looking at tornado type. I mean, you could have tornado develop out of this, but I don't think it's fair. So we are under a 2% tornado risk overlay right now for our area today. So there is a chance. There is a chance that there could be a tornado. All right. So latest velocity and we are still looking at a very strong line of storms. With some lightning. Lightning has seemed to calm down a little bit from a little bit ago, so that's good. But definitely some strong rain for sure. Okay, latest velocities update shows this. The cell that was on bright yellow is starting to calm down more, so we have some winds, 40-mile-an-hour wind, that's doable. But if you're downtown, you've got a 10 to 40-mile-an-hour winds a lot. can blow your tent over. So I'm just now outside of my studio, starting to hear some lightning, some thunder. So. possible there could be a little bit of small hail over here northeast of Monroe and south of Statham. If it were, it's literally going to be like pea-sized or smaller. They just now issued another severe thunderstorm warning on the cellar here that's just northwest of Decalopolis. And that one's heading east-northeast towards Commerce, so that's not really going to affect us that much at all, really. But some interesting weather is definitely on maps today, for sure. We are Echo Tops right now. The summit's just over Monroe, heading towards us right now. We have 52,000 foot tall Echo Tops. So the taller the clouds get, that means the increased chances of bigger hail and stronger winds, and with taller storms, you can have 10 to 4 tornadoes to happen. So that's definitely something to look at there. Most of the stuff out here. I'm so sorry. I'm pretty, honestly, being out in the sun without outside today for about an hour and a half, and walking around in the sun without me. I'm sleepy. I would love to take a nap right now. Yeah, it was good. But we make sure that folks who are still at Pride are safe right now, and they're taking precautions as whether it's moving in, whether it's definitely moving in. So once this is in Athens, I'm going to hop off stream and I'm start working. I gotta get ready for my next thing tonight. So as it looks right now, I don't think we're going to issue another special weather statement on this cell here in Monroe. It looks like it's calmed down enough. They'll probably extend the severe thunderstorm warning a bit, but I don't know right now. Based on the latest updates, it did not look as strong as it did when I first got on stream. Yeah, in fact, this broad area location has really calmed down quite a lot. We still got this little color right here. It's a Hog Mountain Road. This is not far from where I grew up. We got a farm out here. So this is possible you have a little bit of some very strong winds right here, and possibly a little bit of broad rotation right here. Anybody out in that area experience anything like that? Let's see what that is. Okay, so another severe thunderstorm warning issued a little further north of us in the Bloom area. So if you're over in Statham, South Statham right now, in Bogart, I think the strongest part of this is just about to get to you. My lighting has decreased a little bit in the last 5 minutes. That's a good song. I'll say last thing here is for more nothing else basically pops up, but I'm not really super worried about the system at this point. So our base velocities have come down quite a lot. Even on that system that was over in Monroe, it's like the base velocities are around 35 miles an hour. That's nothing a whole lot. Nothing to concern ourselves with, honestly. I'm sorry to be yelling. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Yeah, that rotation we saw earlier it's pretty much dissipated, and looks like we're gonna have some nice rain. I'm trying to see where the rain's on this. So. Okay, well, I think I'm going to hop up this live stream tonight and have the weather. When I first got on stream, it was looking, these systems were looking pretty ripe, pretty spicy, and I want to make sure everyone is safe downtown for sure. Okay, well, happy Friday, everybody, and that's it for your Athens County Weather Girl live stream update tonight on this line of strong storms moving in Athens at this point. They've calmed down a lot, and so we're looking at probably some storms, probably nothing crazy. Probably some heavy on this. It looks like another special weather statement was just issued for Arcade, Jefferson, Danielsville, Comer, and that area, the areas north of that, from all the way over to Houston. So, so we're there. So that's not really affect us. I don't think we're going to issue another special warning statement for us for Athens. In fact, the one that was issued here before has dissipated and not renewed it, and we remain under a severe thunderstorm warning. So, okay, all right, that's it now.